Hello everyone, welcome to your third Python tutorial, and in this video we're going to talk about strings. Now before we continue with this video, we need to create a new project and a new Python file to begin with. Now go ahead and double click the new project section. Now you can give it whatever name you want to give this folder. I'll leave mine as the default Python project, and when you're done doing this, you click on create. And this will create a new Python project folder for you. Alright, then our Python project folder is being created. Now we can create a new Python file for this video. Now head over to file, then to new. Now navigate to Python file. Now you can give it whatever name you want to give it. I will just leave mine as app.py. Now note that every Python file ends with an extension .py. Now hit enter, and this will create a new Python file for us. Alright, then our folder and file is being created. Let's dive into coding. Now the first data type I want to talk about is string. Now what are strings in Python? A string is just a sequence of character, a word or sentence which are being stored in a single or a double quote. Now here is how to output a string in Python. Let's do a print and in single quotes hello. Now this print is an inbuilt function in Python which is being used to output data in the terminal window, and this here is a string which is stored in a single quote. Now let's run this file. You can go over to this green button and play, or you can just do a shortcut Shift F10. Now let's run this file and you can see hello. Now let's do for the double quotes. You just duplicate this line and let's say hello world, and let's run our file again, and you can see hello world is being displayed in the terminal window. So basically a string is just a sequence of character, a word or a sentence which are being stored in a single or a double quote. Now we can access this different character of a string based on the position we want. Now for example, hello, we can access the third character, and we saw the third character here is L. But in Python is a zero-based language. It starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. So the third character here will be L, but it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you are looking for position 4, we say 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's practice this. Now before we do this, I want to create a variable for this. I want to declare a variable. Now what are variables in Python? A variable are simply containers for storing data values. So we can store any data type in a variable. So here is how to do this. We can say greet, and we say equal to hello. Now this is a variable, and this hello string is being stored in this variable. Now we can access this variable by just saying print, and we say greet. And here you can see hello. Now we can access the characters in this variable based on their position. And to do this, we can say print, and we say greet, and we use a square bracket notation. We say get the position 2 for us, and let's run this file, and you can see it gets L. That is 0, 1, 2. That's the position 2. So we can also say get the position 4, and you see it gets O. Say 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we can also go backward. Like we can go backward like -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. So if we say print greet and we say -1 and we'll run this file, we're gonna see if you say print -3 and you run this file, you're gonna see L. So this is how to access the different characters based on their position in Python. Now we can also slice strings in Python. Now slice basically means we want to slice different sections and want to take one certain slice out of the string. Now let's say we want to slice this string and we want to get this L without LO at the end. All we can do is we can say greet and we'll use the square bracket notation again and we say we want to start from position 0. I want to start from 0 and end at position 3, but not inclusive of this position 3. So we start from position 0, 1, 2, and 3, but not inclusive of this position 3. So we're gonna get this L without this LO. So let's run this file and you can see we get this L. So we started from position 0 inclusive of this 0, 1, 2, and 3, but not inclusive of this position 3. Okay, now let's do something else. We can say let's start from -1 up to 2 and let's run this file and we see we get an empty string. So we cannot go from -1 and go all around to the forward position and go to 2. No, it will give us an empty string. But what we can do is, let's say we can go from position 2 and then to -1 and let's run this file again and you can see we get a double L. So we start from position 2, which is 1, 0, 1, 2, and we start and get to -1 and not inclusive of this -1, so we get this double L. So 0, 1, 2, -1, not inclusive of -1, and we get this double L. So this is how to slice a string in Python. But now note that this does not override the original value of greet. So if you come down here and say print and we say greet and we run this file, you can see we still get hello. So this didn't change the value of greet. So but we can change the value of greet to this slice stuff. Now we can just redefine the variable. We can say greet is now equal to, we're going to use square bracket and we say start from 0, position 3, and now if we say greet, let's print greet and you can see we get L. So this is the way you can now override the original value of greet. Now let's talk about string concatenation in Python. Concatenation is the act of joining two strings together in Python. So the way we do this, let's define a variable and we say greet is equal to, and we say hello. And we can define another variable, we say str2 is equal to, and we say world. So hello world. So to join these two strings together, all we can do is we can say print and we say greet plus str2, and you can see it outputted hello world. So you can see it has been joined together. These two strings have been joined together. But you can notice that there is no space here. We can also add a space. We can concatenate that space together. We can say greet plus, and we can do a string which is just a space, and we can say plus str2. And you can, let's run this file and you can see hello world. So let's do something else. We can also multiply a string, which is just a little bit advanced. I know you can say it's just basic math, but you can multiply a string. What this does is just repeat that string. So we can say greet and we can do greet times 3, and let's run this stuff and you can see hello, hello, hello. So this is just how to multiply a string, how to join a string in Python. Alright then, so that's the basics of strings. Now let's look at some of the methods strings have. Remember, everything in Python is an object. Strings are an object and they have methods. So let's stick around with this greet for now. So let's just clear this other stuffs. And let's say we want to turn this greet into an uppercase. The way we do this in Python is to say print, and we say greet dot the method's name. So the way we use a method in Python is to say the variable dot the method's name, and the method we want to use is up. We say dot upper, and we invoke this with a parenthesis. So let's run this file now, and you can see hello in uppercase. So I want you to note that this does not override the original value of greet. So if we say print and we say greet and we run this file again, you still get hello in lowercase. So but the way we can override this, the way we're going to write this stuff now is to say greet is now equal to greet dot upper get, and we'll say print greet, and you can see is printed in our uppercase, so it has overwritten the original value of greet. So we can also use another method here. We can also do print greet dot lower. So let's say print greet dot lowercase. So say dot lower, and let's run this file again. You can see greet is now printed in lowercase. So this is just a couple of string methods. There are basically lots of string methods. We cannot be able to cover this in this video. It's gonna be too lengthy. Okay, another thing I want to show you is how to find the length of a string to know how many characters are in it. Let's say we want to know how many characters are in this variable greet. You will do this in Python. We say print and we say length. This is an inbuilt function in Python. We used to get the characters in an object. So we say length and we pass in the variable's name and we say greet. I want to run this file. We're gonna see 5. So this tells us that we have 5 characters in this greet variable, and there are 5 characters in this hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, my friends, this is string in a nutshell. We're gonna use more in the upcoming videos, so stay tuned. Thank you.